Scott, you took a little bit longer than usual to come out. What was the post-win celebration like?
Yeah, it was the first game all year. I had a White Claw. I wanted to enjoy it. No, hey, this was a good feeling. We had some things. I wanted the players to enjoy it. We fought hard, and we had nothing right going for us. Nothing, not zero, nothing going for us in that first quarter, other than we're just going to keep competing. We've done it all year. The basketball gods gave us a break tonight, but it was a lot of big performances, a lot of great effort, and we still haven't made some of the shots that we will make, and we still scored 100 and something points, 40 something points. But yeah, we just wanted to enjoy the win, and everybody fought hard, and we stuck together. And I thought Ish and Mo came and turned the game around. They just absolutely came and turned the game around. So that just tells you right there, you just do the right things and be patient. And when your time comes, make an impact. And they both made an impact tonight.
You talked over the weekend about how important it was for your guys just to see Russ out there practicing. How important was it tonight that it was Brad and Russ kind of down the stretch in control?
Yeah, I mean, it was big. They made big plays after big plays. Russell willed this game. I mean, this is what he does, and he can do it. He can do it every night. He doesn't take nights off. He doesn't shoot the ball well every night, but he doesn't take nights off. He plays hard. He lays on the floor. He competes and lets everything on the floor. But Brad and Russell, they got to keep leading us. They got to keep leading us, and we got just one game at a time, and we got to just focus on the next one. But like I told him the other day before the last game, there's a lot of teams that have the same amount of losses we have, and we still got 6 games to go. We got a lot of basketball to go, and like I said, the last 2 games now, we need games, and we're going to get what we need, and we're going to get what we asked for, and we got 16 games in the next 28 days, and I can't wait for all 16 of them.
Fred?
Scott, you trying to get that White Claw endorsement? Is that the move here?
Yeah, right.
Is Russell's energy when he plays like that, what does that do to the rest of the team?
Yeah, I don't like mango, by the way. Red raspberry is good. Russell, I mean, the guy, I've seen it for a lot of years in his younger years. Difference now and then is that he's a lot more patient. And I know some of you guys are surprised by that, but he's a lot more patient than he was. He plays hard, man. He plays hard. Nobody ever says, man, I wish Russell would play harder. Does he need to not take, 7 tough shots? But a lot of the best players in the league take, 5 to 7 a game. And he's a player, man. He's a gamer. He's a winner. We're not winning right now. Brad and Russell, they're winners, and they're going to keep leading our young players and our group, and we're going to do it together, and it's not always going to be pretty. And, I just like the fact that we got everybody back, and we're going to play, and we're going to keep competing. This game could have gone the other way just as easily as it gone our way early on. They made big shots. Some of our shooters had great looks. Their shooters made some of their shots, and we're going to start making some of those shots. DB is a shot maker. Rui's going to play better. Garrison comes in and makes shots, and Russell's a winner.
Scott, when you say patience, do you mean his patience in terms of his on court makeup, or do you mean are you relating to kind of him working his way back from the injury?
Yeah, I mean, working his way back. And I've seen a few injuries that he's had. That we've had some really tough moments where we were on our way to do something great, and then we had an injury. So I've seen him at some tough times, and and it's hard. It's hard when we see our players that way and feel that way. But he would do something I've never seen it ever before. He would come back from an injury and be ready to go the next day and play high minutes and attack the basket like it's his enemy. And he didn't do that this time, which I'm glad, because he is an old man now. that, you know, he needs to be smarter in his rehab. I thought that our guys have done a good job. You see the difference the last 3 games. That's nothing like he was playing the first, you know, X number of games, because he feels better. This is how he plays. He's an attack player. He puts extreme heat on the opposing team and their coaches, and that's how we're going to continue to build our team. And Brad is the level one on the of the two, but they both fill off of each other, and they're going to help our team grow and get us better. And we're going to a lot of games left to keep getting us better.
Scott, that finish, 8 points in 8 seconds, was all that was missing was Reggie Miller and Spike Lee. I mean, where does this finish from?
Right. This was the craziest game, one of the craziest, if not the craziest game I've ever been around. Just crazy. I mean, nothing. I mean, look what happened to the start of us. I mean, we couldn't stop them at all. I mean, those guys are high level players, and they're missing one of their elite threes was not playing. And I mean, for us to come back to cut it to, I think, 10, that was almost a win in itself. But we fought, we battled, we clawed, and we gave ourselves a chance. And hopefully this is the start of something that we're going to be pretty proud of once we get through all what we've been through, and look forward to, like I said, I'm looking forward to the next 16 games, one game at a time.
Just the way you drew it up at the end, right?
Exactly. I know it's one thing about our guys. They sure know how to execute last second shots.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, did that feel like the way you all played last year?
Yeah. I mean, we played, this was just, I mean, last year we didn't really know what we were doing. We were just out there playing hard and having fun and flying around, and Brad was leading us by herself. And we had to start this year with, you know, Brad and Russell. We've had, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 close, tight games that could have flip-flopped either way. Unfortunately, they all but one came to our way. But it's just good to having our guys back. I'm not using that as an excuse. That's how I feel. I feel good. I feel good knowing that we have a chance to really win games. And we played against one of the best teams in the East. I know Harden did not play, but they scored a bunch of points the last game without Kevin. They scored a bunch of points the last game, or tonight's game, without James. This team is high level, but the way we played it, I know it's one game. We got to just go back in and do it again against Portland.
Matt Paris.
Hey, Scott, in terms of Russ's health coming back, just how do you notice on the defensive end and how he's able to kind of fly around out there? Like, are you seeing that return of energy from him as well on that side of the floor?
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best rebounding guard in the history of the game. And that's hard to say you're the best at something in the history of the game, but he's the best rebounding guard. I mean, he's every night. I mean, 3 years in a row, he averages a triple-double. And I mean, that's incredible, and that doesn't get enough attention, but he does it every night. He does it every night. He gives you your all. Like I said, he's not a great shooter, but he's a great player that can make shots. And he puts so much pressure on getting to the bucket, getting to the free throw line, and he creates so many easy shots for our guys. And, you know, he averages, you know, whatever, 10 assists a game. And when we start making threes for him, it's going to be up to 12 to 14 a game.
Last question from Max.
Thank you. Coach, you mentioned Mo already. Could you please speak a little more about what you liked about what he did today?
Well, he changed it with his energy. And that's the thing. We got, you know, once when Alex gets into better shape, you know, he hasn't played in a while either when he was with the other team. We're going to have 3 guys that do a little bit different, and they're going to be good for us. And they all understand they have to be ready, and they're good. I mean, we probably have 3 great teammates out of those 3 guys. They're and I've been on teams where the guy behind you or the guy behind the guy behind is not cheering and not celebrating the success of the guys in front of them. But those 3 guys, sometimes I hear Rolo, telling Mo some things. I'm like, did he just tell him that? I mean, he tells them things like he teaches them, and Mo needs to be taught. He's a young basketball player that hasn't had a lot of minutes, but those three guys are going to really help each other. Are going to help our team, going down the line. I mean, we had just an unfortunate injury with TB, but those three guys are really going to do it by committee, and I think they're going to help us win some games down the stretch. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks, Coach. Enjoy another White Claw.